Welcome everyone, my name is Andrew. This is Article 1, Sections 1 through 4 of the National Master Contract. Today we are covering Article 1, Parties to the Agreement, Section 1, Operations Covered, Section 2, Employees Covered, Section 3, Transfer of Company Title or Interest, and Section 4. If you want to skip ahead straight to the reading, go ahead and click on the timestamp in the description or the tag that should pop up now. In the description below, you can find a link to the UPS Teamster contract, or if you have not already, you can also download the UPS Teamster app on Android or Apple Store. This app includes the contract with a handy search function that allows you to find articles and sections immediately important to your situation. I also want to thank you for joining me today, and with your support, we will make more accessible our contract. And last thing, have no fear, I will be releasing some immediately useful content in the coming few weeks from stewards and knowledgeable members outside of the regular schedule. And with that, let us begin. Article 1. Parties to the Agreement. The employer and the union adopt this article and enter into this agreement with a mutual intent of preserving and protecting work and job opportunities for the employees covered by this agreement. No bargaining unit work will be subcontracted, transferred, leased, assigned, or conveyed except as provided in this agreement. Section 1. Operations Covered. The execution of this agreement on the part of the employer shall cover all employees of the employer in the bargaining unit at any existing centers, new trailer repair shops, new air hubs and gateway operations, new buildings, and any other new operations of the employer within the jurisdiction of the local union signatory to this agreement as determined or may be determined by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters with regard to wages, hours, and other conditions of employment. Section 2. Employees Covered. Employees covered by this agreement shall be construed to mean where already recognized feeder drivers, package drivers, sorters, loaders, unloaders, porters, office clerical, clerks, customer counter clerks, mechanics, maintenance personnel, building maintenance, car washers, United Parcel Service employees in the employer's air operation, and, to the extent allowed by law, employees in the export and import operations performing load and unload duties, and other employees of the employer for whom a signatory local union is or may become the bargaining representative. Employees of CSI and UPS Latin America, Inc. are also covered by this agreement as specified in the P&D Supplement and the Challenge Air Cargo Supplement, respectively. In addition, effective August 1, 1987, the employer recognized as bargaining unit members clerks who are assigned to package center operations, hub center operations, and/or air hub operations whose assignment involves the handling and progressing of merchandise after it has been tendered to United Parcel Service to effectuate delivery. These jobs cover package return clerks, bad address clerks, post card room clerks, damage clerks, rewrap clerks, and hub and air hub return clerks. This agreement also governs the classifications covered in Article 39, Trailer Repair Shop. Effective no later than February 1, 2003, the employer recognizes as bargaining unit members FDC/ODC clerks, international auditors, smart label clerks, and revenue auditors who work in the operations facilities. Section 3. Transfer of Company Title or Interest. This agreement shall be binding upon the parties hereto, their successors, administrators, executors, and assigns. In the event an entire operation or portion thereof, or rights only, are sold, leased, transferred, or taken over by sale, transfer, lease, assignment, receivership, or bankruptcy proceedings, such operation or use of such rights shall continue to be subject to the terms and conditions of this agreement for the life thereof. On the sale, transfer, or lease of an individual run or runs or rights only, the specific provisions of this agreement shall prevail. It is understood by this section that the parties hereto shall not sell, lease, or transfer such run or runs or rights to a third party to evade this agreement. In the event the employer fails to require the purchaser, the transferee, or lessee to agree to assume the obligations of this agreement, the employer, including partners thereof, shall be liable to the local union and to employees covered for all damages, including but not limited to monetary damages, sustained as a result of such failure to require assumption of the terms of this agreement until its expiration date, but shall not be liable after the purchaser, the transferee, or lessee has agreed to assume the obligations of this agreement. The employer shall give notice of the existence of this agreement to any purchaser, transferee, lessee, assignee, etc. of the operations covered by this agreement or any part thereof, including rights only. Such notice shall be in writing with a copy to the local union at the time the seller, transferor, or lessor executes a contract or transaction as herein described. The Teamsters United Parcel Service National Negotiating Committee and local unions involved shall also be advised of the exact nature of the transaction, not including financial details. Section 4. The employer agrees that it will be a violation of this section if it, any affiliate, or any other entity under its control enters into a business so as to duplicate the employer's common carrier operations as defined in Article 1 in any area. Affiliate for purposes of this section means any entity which is owned, managed, or controlled by the employer or its parent. This section will also cover an entity if the employer or its parent maintains the ultimate right to control or approve a decision by such entity. The employer will be financially responsible for all losses resulting from a violation of this section.